You aren't stuck because you are lazy. You're stuck because you can't stop consuming. You binge podcasts, videos, quotes, reels. You're full of information, still don't use it to transform your life. And you might not even realize the trap you're in because it feels productive. It feels like learning, but it's not. It's distraction, disguised as growth. And here's the truth that might hurt a little. The more you consume without expressing, the more your brain becomes passive, anxious, and stuck. But there's one habit that reverses it all. It interrupts the consumption loop. It forces your mind to slow down, think, and own what it knows. Make sure to watch until the end so you don't miss it. Let's dive in. Why consuming feels so good, but leaves you so empty. Let's be real. Your brain loves consuming. Why? Because it gives you the illusion of progress, without the discomfort of action. It rewards you instantly with dopamine. Dopamine is a chemical in your brain that acts like a messenger. It plays a key role in motivation, reward, and pleasure. When you do something enjoyable, like eat good food, scroll social media, or achieve a goal, your brain releases dopamine. That release makes you feel good, which encourages you to repeat the behavior. Watch a clip? Dopamine. Read a quote? Dopamine. Hear something smart? Dopamine. But the moment you try to use that information, that's when resistance begins. It feels awkward, unclear, uncomfortable. So you go back to what's easy. Watching, scrolling, consuming. And what started as learning becomes your most clever form of procrastination. You're not avoiding growth because you're lazy. You're avoiding it because growth requires discomfort and consumption doesn't. But here's what will break that loop. A habit that forces your mind to think, apply, and act. That's what reflective output does. What is reflective output? It's the daily practice of taking what you consumed and turning it into your own words. It's the moment you stop saying, "That's a great idea," and start asking, "What does this mean for me?" You can write it, speak it, record it. But the rule is this: don't move on from the content until you've expressed what it means to you. This one habit does 3 powerful things. It slows your brain down. Instead of jumping to the next thing, you sit with what you've just learned. It forces clarity. If you can't explain it, you don't understand it. Reflective output turns vague ideas into solid tools. It creates transformation. Because once you articulate what you learned and how it applies, you wire it into your identity. You don't just think differently, you become different. How to practice reflective output, the daily ritual. Here's your exact framework. Simple, clear, repeatable. After you consume something meaningful, a video, a podcast, a quote, a conversation, pause. Then ask yourself these 3 questions. 1. What did I learn today? Get specific. Name the idea. Summarize it in your own words. Force your mind to distill. Not, "That podcast was inspiring," but, "I learned that I tend to consume when I feel uncertain, and that I need to start acting in small steps instead of waiting for clarity." The more precise, the more powerful. 2. Why does this matter to me? Tie it to your life, your patterns, your pain, your goals. Without personal meaning, information evaporates. So ask, what does this say about where I am in my life? What part of me needed to hear this today? Where have I seen this show up in my behavior? This is where the content becomes real. 3. What will I do differently because of it? Don't let it stop at awareness. Turn it into action, even if it's small. What's one thing I'll try this week? What decision does this help me make? That's how wisdom becomes movement. Why this works, even if you don't feel ready. At first, this habit might feel slow, pointless, awkward. You might think, why am I journaling about a podcast? Why talk to myself about a quote? What's the point? Here's the point. Your brain doesn't grow when it hears something. It grows when it struggles to express something. That struggle, that's the rewiring. That's the growth. That's the shift from passive consumer to conscious creator. You stop watching transformation and start living it. When you do this for a week, you'll start noticing the difference. You consume less because you're thinking more. You chase fewer ideas because you're deepening the ones that matter. You stop hoarding inspiration and start building with it. And over time,